Hello, I'm Debbie Kay, a volunteer with the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching Video Voters Guide. We are at MetroEast Community Media to talk with candidates running for the November 2016 general election. With me today is John Wilson, running for Troutdale City Council. Welcome, John.
Thank you.
Good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Good. Let's get started. Talk about, please, what ideas you have for dealing with the growing homeless population in need of social services in your community.
Well, currently the current system isn't working where you just move them along. So an idea that I had that I presented to the Gresham Chamber was that they form a task team. And that task team look for grants and funding to bring social services out to where the homeless are and have showers and good restroom facilities and lunch and maybe some people that are working on their cosmetology, to help get the people cleaned up if that's what they need and fed, and then the social services can help them, the ones that want the help, to get out of being homeless and direct them to those places. So that's my idea, that we need to go to them instead of them coming to us.
Mm-hmm. And are there other elements of dealing with the growing homeless population that would follow up on that?
Well, I think that Multnomah County, who's in charge of social services basically, needs to really start looking at facilities that aren't being used to help move people into them, to get them off the street, to give them the opportunity to get their lives in order to get back and be a part of the community instead of what people perceive as not part of the community. And I really think that they're people that need to be treated right, and moving them along is not a good feeling for anybody.
Great. What do you see as the major needs and goals of Troutdale?
Well, in Troutdale, we've got our TRIP property, which is the Troutdale Rentals Industrial Property that's being currently developed by Port of Portland. We need to get family wage jobs brought into there, living wage jobs, and do a great job marketing the area, because it is going to help our economy, help our tax base, and help us provide more services the quicker we get that filled up. The other area is our urban renewal area that we've been working on for the last 10 years that I helped get that project passed. And whoever it is that ends up developing there, we need to get it done. And we're looking at putting a boardwalk along the Sandy River, which will be beautiful. And we're looking at storefronts, possibly a hotel, a convention center, spa. But whoever it is that ends up developing it, I think it will be a jewel for East County, and it will be a great destination location. So those would be the other thing that we got to work on, is make sure that our water is correct. Make sure we have our infrastructure down the road where it could be rebuilt. We need to stop subsidizing large businesses with the stormwater runoff so that we can help our own budget by $330,000. If we get rid of the subsidization of this stormwater runoff from the large businesses, we can then use that money for our parks, safety services, and other things within the city.
How would you strengthen the council's working relationships with surrounding jurisdictions on issues such as transportation, policing, social service, and the economy?
Well, as far as transportation, I think Metro, with their current change in not wanting to bring the PAL connection out to Mount Hood Community College, is a mistake, because we need to get the people to the college. The smaller cities don't have the bus service that the larger cities have. And so we need to figure a way out to work with Metro to get better service out to our area and from our area for the people that don't work in our cities. I've always believed that we're a regional economy, not a solo economy, because it doesn't work anymore. And we got to be open to finding ways of working together to bring down maybe the fuel prices by combining services together for our vehicles. Or maybe we should look at, can we combine our parks facilities to have better equipment for them? So I think those are the kind of areas we just need to reach out. I currently work with Metro on the Springwater Trail and how that's going to go through, if it goes through Troutdale, where that connection is going to be. So I believe that I work regionally with our other economies that are in Gresham, Troutdale, Wood Village, and Fairview.
Anything else on that, for example, regarding policing?
Well, we dissolved our police department and went with the sheriff's because it was more economical for us. We did not have 24/7 coverage, and our police station was open from 8 to 5, so it was like a bank. And the police were doing double duties. Some were doing the check-in of evidence as well as being out on the street. So they weren't able to always be where they needed to be because they were wearing many hats. Now with the sheriff's department, our building is open 24/7. We've got sergeants out there 24/7 to make sure that our policemen that are out there have a decision maker with them, which we didn't have before. And I think that our safety has gone up because of having better coverage and having them come rent our police building, so they're out in East County.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You've talked about social services and working more closely with Multnomah County. Are there any other economic issues where working together with surrounding jurisdictions might be beneficial?
Well, we're currently working with Portland and the FEMA about our levies, because the levies all have to be recertified. So there's another investment that we're working there with. We're working with the bicycle hub, you know, so connections. So we're going to have a bicycle hub in Troutdale. I'm trying to think of what else there's so many different things that we're doing. And I'm working with both Wood Village and Fairview as far as maybe having a 3 cities rec program, which most of the city council from Troutdale is not receptive to it. But you know, again, there might be something that the 3 of us can put together that would be better than what we have. So I want to make sure that we look into it.
Interesting ideas. What else would you like to talk about?
I guess transparency has been brought up about the Troutdale City Council, and you know, all of our decision making has been in front of the public. There's been no backroom deals made before we get out to the public. You know, we have work sessions that the public's welcome to. There are executive sessions, but they are limited to, you know, like reviewing our city manager or land transaction deals or legal issues that we can't talk about until they're resolved. Mm-hmm. So I guess that would be one area that people look at us and said that we're not transparent, but we are. There's also some people that say that we're a split council, but we vote more together than we don't vote more together. Just some key issues that get brought up that people feel that that's what makes us split. But I think we'll get through them. We'll work through them. We always do.
Terrific. Well, John, thank you so much for being here today. And thank you for watching. This has been the Video Voters Guide. The general election is November 8th, and the last day to register to vote is October 18th. Be sure to be informed about the candidates and the ballot measures. Exercise your right to vote. Every vote matters. Thank you for coming today. And John, thank you for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
It's a great pleasure to talk with you.